Jarmo, I would imagine you're very pleased with the way the things have gone in the last couple of games for the under-19 women's team.
Yeah, we've had basically our preparation started in this summer. We had a training camp in June, and then we played Estonia, and in September played Turkey, and just last weekend or over the last weekend we had two very tough games against Sweden under 20s and England under 19s, and they were very useful and very good games for us.
In terms of at this moment now with the tournament coming up next summer, what are you looking for? Is it the performance at the moment, or are the results important? Because I would imagine beating England on penalties is a big confidence booster for the girls.
Yeah, I think in this at this stage I'm particularly looking at that each and every individual player who wants to be in that team has a very good personal development plan for the next 10 months, because that's what it's about. It's about players developing and players improving, and that's going to contribute as improving also as a team. So it's not that much about the results. Our goal is in next August, but of course always the you need results to support that confidence, and if we can play with a good level against top nations in Europe, that's certainly going to be very important for our confidence.
Do you think the last couple of games have increased the self-belief of the players?
Yeah, I think it's been the process that we work on every camp, and everyone who's involved with the football and with the top football knows how important it is that you're confident and you know where you are going, and that's the process we are working on, and that's why we need the games against the top nations that the other nations we most likely are going to face in the final tournament.
It's not only the England men's team who obviously have problems with penalties, it filters down with everyone. But in terms of that was a precious situation for the girls as well. But in terms of the last couple of games, what's pleased you most in what you've seen?
Well, in this process we need to work on a number of areas in our own game, and that's the aim. We are working on our own game, and how can we do certain things regardless of who we play against, and if we can defend with an effective way against all the opponents, then I'm pleased. And if we can attack in the effective way, whether we're quickly counter-attacking or keeping possession and building up the game a bit slow, with a more time, then I'm very pleased. And I was pleased in this camp that we were able to a certain extent to do all those things. And then the other important area is that each and every player sees individually her own targets. Where do I need to improve, and actually where I'm quite strong at the moment, because both are very important.
The tournament is the target next summer. How do you feel things are coming along?
I think that when I'm looking at our team's performance and our preparation, I'm relatively pleased with the way we are progressing. But at the same time, I also know that there are lots of things to do, and I think that particularly I'm looking into have an impact as many players as possible, and have as many players as possible to be involved with the project, and I think that is very important.
In terms of these particular players starting out in their careers at international level in many ways, one who's just retired, Jane Ludlow, spoke very highly the other day of yourself and the steps taken over the last few years with the Football Association of Wales in terms of starting to develop women's football. She's retired, but she was very complimentary of what's happened. But she said now 33, maybe the next championship's 35. She's been a great servant over the years for the ladies' game.
I think Jane is a fantastic athlete, great person, and her contribution to the women's game in Wales has been magnificent. And I think that even though she's retired, she's still the role model to the starting young players who want to become a top player, an international top player. And I think Jane's services will be there for many years to come in that respect. And of course also even though Jane's retired as a player, I think that she can still have a role in many other ways in our women's game and in our football, and I'm looking forward to that. Jane was a fantastic person to work with, and I think she had during my 2 years, she had a very, very important role and great impact on the team.
And just finally, obviously, we have our own national development centre being built. You've just been playing at St George's Park. What were your impressions of the facilities there, Jarmo?
I think that St George's Park is a fantastic facility, and England has clearly spent the money in the right way. I feel that is very important. I had the opportunity to be in the Finland National Training Center board for 10 years and saw the growth and importance. I think whenever we made the decisions like that, the location and the venue and the use of that facility is very important, and St George's certainly was an impressive place to be.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Cheers.